Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Murugan from Berg here. I'm going to discuss another grimoire that I think most of you haven't heard of, similar to the Book of Moses and so on, but it's nothing Moses based. The book that I'm going to be discussing today, this is going to be an extensive video, the article too, somewhat, although I'll try to keep it short and straight to the point the way I usually work. The book that I'm going to be discussing today is called The Practical Kabbalah from an author called Robert Ambelin. Okay, the funny thing about this book is that it has an English version and a French version. I think the French version is the original, although I'm not sure. And the English version, I'm not sure if there are multiple parts, but in case there aren't, then I have the full version. In case there are multiple parts, then I only have part one. But it doesn't matter. There are there are minor to no differences, or no to minor differences regarding these two books, the French one and the English one, with the exception that the French one seems a bit more elaborate. But in any case, people that are into the Kabbalah will love this book. Okay, this book is a Kabbalistic grimoire, and it really delves into the Kabbalah. We're talking about in the Kabbalah. In this book, the author discusses everything regarding the tree of life and the tree of death too, but more so the tree of life. The tree of death is simply mentioned as an anti-sphere or a series of anti-spheres, which we all know about, or most of us know about, and or are aware of. Yeah, so that is it pretty much. There's not a lot that I have to say regarding the Kabbalah, the Practical Kabbalah. But this book was interesting. I've had it for a long time, okay, really long time, even before I moved and so on. I just had it tucked away. I have a list of books, grimoires, like a lot of other people, PDFs on my computer. And this book I just tucked this book neatly away. I had the French edition first, and then the English edition. And this book reminds me a bit of what's it called? There's also a German grimoire that the spirit Asiel is mentioned in, but I can't put my finger on it. And there is no English edition. There is an English edition, but it needs to be bought. I don't think there's a PDF version of it, and it still needs to be published. But in any case, that's just a sideline. Okay, I just mentioned that for the sake of comparison. In any case, regarding the Practical Kabbalah, like I said, the author goes extensively into the Kabbalah. We're talking about, he even discusses the pathways in between the Sephira. So basically, all of the aspects of creation that make up the tree of life. So the tunnels and or pathway. Now, granted, he's not the only one that does so, but I am intrigued by the way that he does so. Okay, he seems very on point and accurate in the things that in the statements that he makes, and explains everything into detail. Okay, we're talking about really into detail. Now here comes the most important part, and the part that is, and again, this book lives up to its name when it's called the Practical Kabbalah, in the sense that it's not just a book that's only for armchair occultists or people that just are interested in theory. It doesn't just discuss theory and throws a bunch of ideologies and so on at you, or just the Kabbalah as a whole at you only in theory. Nah, it's practical in the sense that the author also mentions all the angelic orders, okay, and basically states that from what I've come to understand when I read the book, again, I'm not 100% sure, I could be a bit wrong, but it doesn't matter. The author mentions, for example, he compares the tree of life, and based on what he said, or what he states, is that the tree of life is composed of layers, and the angelic orders overlap or cover those layers. So you basically have the tree of life, Seraphim version, where the highest order, angelic order, the order of the Seraphim, is discussed with Metatron as ruler, and it just goes on and on and on. And then he compares, and he just lists another thing. For example, the secondary highest order, the Cherubim. As far as I know, they're the second highest order. But in any case, another example is the Cherubim. And he discusses then within the scope of the tree of life, or within that context, how the rulers of the specific Sephira regarding the tree of life are divided cherubim wise, so within the context of the angelic order. And it just goes on and on and on, okay, until he has mentioned every angelic order. that was one of the most interesting parts, because he mentions angels, he mentions spirits, celestial spirits, angels specifically. He mentions angels that I haven't heard of, and I don't think that anyone else has heard of them too. In any case, my eye fell on two of them a good while ago, but I never followed through on them. Both are seraphim angels, okay. That's why my eye fell on them. That's why I felt attracted to them, because they're seraphim angels. So it doesn't surprise me, my whole love for fire, occult fire, and so on. One is called Elimia, and the other one is called Lehalel. Elimia, hold on for a second, let me double check. I just want to be sure. Yeah, I'm sorry that I had to get up, but it is a whole lot of data, so I have to discuss the practical Kabbalah and these two spirits. I'm going to cover all of them, since I thought about doing a separate video, but it's impractical to do a separate video since they're mentioned in the practical Kabbalah, so not an issue. In any case, yeah, Elimia and Lahalel. Elimia corresponds to the zodiac sign Scorpio, 15 degrees in Scorpio, and he specializes in clairvoyant factors. Aside from basic Scorpio attributes, we're talking about Martian attributes, he specializes in clairvoyance, okay. We're talking about specifically necromancy, death, things relating death, esoteric workings or occult workings relating to death, and so on. These are things that Elimia specializes in, and Elimia looks like he just looks like a generic, not meant in a negative way, generic angel that's dressed in a black robe with a red sash. But again, these colors are subject to change, and his wings were also black. That's what I liked about him, and what I found so cool is that his wings emitted fire. They emitted embers, so we're talking about flickering flames. It's like when you see a phoenix. I'm assuming that people watching this are familiar with the Firebird myth, a phoenix. It's like when you see a phoenix in a movie or something flap his wings and just go like this. And that's what Elimia basically did. And Elimia is stern, okay? He's not someone that messes around, but that's normal. He's Martian. He's not someone that messes around. He told me that he is willing to help me out, but if others approach him and based on me publicizing material on him by doing this, by recording this video and the article, then he will those people will have to prove themselves to him by really focusing on him and working with him, and yeah, that is pretty much it. So again, to cover, Elimia is Martian, planetary wise, corresponds to 15 degrees in Scorpio, and specializes in things relating to clairvoyance, okay? That's his specialty. So think of necromancy, think of esoteric workings that require clairvoyance, and so on. Yeah, that is all. So basically just exploring unknown ventures, to put it that way, occult wise. That is regarding Elimia, and now the second one, Lehalel. Lehalel appeared as an angel with a white robe and a black sash with blonde hair. But again, those are subject to change. The hair and the robe is subject to change, but it didn't change while I was talking to him. And right off the bat, I recognized, or I recognized and I noticed that Lehalel was almost the opposite of Elimia. Lehalel was very sympathetic, very friendly, and Lehalel told me that I'm more than welcome to work with him and so on. Nothing really special. And oh yeah, that's right. Lehalel is Saturnian. Okay, he corresponds to Saturn, and specifically 26 degrees in let me check to be sure. Yeah, he corresponds to 26 degrees in Aquarius. he also has strong Piscean character traits. The 26 degree simply stands for a demonstration of his skill, and Elamia is well suited for all things all ventures basically that you would like to accomplish success in. Okay, so he's just an all-rounder. He can help you elevate yourself to whatever status you desire and so on. And he is good at working out karma. Okay, he also deals with karma, but basically just getting rid of someone's bad karma or giving them instructions on how to do so. And let's see. No, that is pretty much it regarding Elamia. And that's why I noticed right away, because Piscean sympathy is a Piscean character trait. So I thought to myself, oh, that's why he's so friendly. Okay, because it's immediately noticeable. The both stood side by side, okay? But Elamia was so friendly and sympathetic, and then Elamia was so stern and so strict and so dark overall, and then but beautiful. Really, and Lehalal was the opposite. Okay, Lehalal is just sympathetic and friendly, and he radiates warmth. Yeah, and last but not least, Lehalal also told me, because I thought to myself, Lehalal is also a seraphim angel, and yet he corresponds to Saturn. And that's when he corrected me, not corrected me, but he told me, no, don't worry, you're correct in what you're in your research and what you're thinking. Okay, I do correspond indeed to Saturn, and I am Aquarian zodiac wise. But I'm also a seraphim angel. Just because I am seraphim doesn't mean that I automatically correspond to Mars, or that I automatically correspond to a fire sign. I automatically correspond to either Aries or Scorpio. No. So I thought to myself, oh, okay. I was thinking too traditionally for a moment, or too traditional. But in any case, he cleared that up for me. And not that I was doubting myself, but I was just like, he's seraphim. And then he's Aquarian. In any case, that's been cleared up. And that is it regarding these two. These two are examples, okay? There are a lot more angels listed in the Practical Kabbalah. And this book I love this book. This book is very useful, especially for people that, like I said in the beginning, people that love the Kabbalah, okay? If you're a Kabbalah lover, I love the Kabbalah, but I like the Kabbalah, but I don't love the Kabbalah extensively. But I've only worked with most of the angels, the archangels that rule the Kabbalistic spheres, and so on. And that's it, okay? But to be honest, I will be honest, as you guys know, based on my love for fire, I am attracted more to Elamia than Lahalel. I remember when I saw Elamia's name first, I immediately loved the name. I thought to myself, that's a beautiful name. Both are beautiful, but I love the first one more, Elamia. I thought to myself, wow, I love that name, Elamia. Let's see. So that's it in any case. That's the information that I have on you guys. So if you guys want to work with these two, go nuts. But you guys have been warned, metaphorically speaking. And you guys have been given the necessary information. What else can I mention? Yeah, last but not least, in the article, check out the article. You can read the article, although it's going to list more or less, or it's going to say the same thing that I've been saying in this video. But the things that I haven't, that are going to be in the article, is a copy of both versions, the English version as well as the French version, and a handy page out of the French version with a list of seals of angels mentioned in the Tree of Life within this book itself, and that includes Elamia and Lahalel seals. So you can make use of these seals if you're seriously interested in working with either of these two. And that is it basically. Again, check out the article. I'm going to include a couple of links and so on, so that you guys can download them or view them. And that is it. Thanks for watching. Bye.